What's up, everybody? This is your boy Flip, and this is another episode of Gentlemen Code Chronicle. I'm sorry. This episode.
Could you please get it right for the camera, please?
Hey. What's up, y'all? This your boy Flip, and I'm one of the members of the. What's up, y'all? This your boy Flip, and this is another episode. And this. GCC Code Chronicles. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Flip, one of the members from the Gentlemen Code Chronicles. And today's episode is about church hurt versus your relationship with God. I hope y'all stay tuned and get something out of this.
Fellas, what's good?
It's good, man.
It's hot.
It is hot. It is hot.
It's hot.
That's why I
It's
wanted
hot.
to be outside. What's up, Flip?
I got the wrong dress code on today. It said casual dress. I said, okay, button up and.
And you get here, we dress like
Yeah, I
we're
still
going
got
to
my
a death
church
row
clothes
party.
on. I'm still in my church clothes, my summer church clothes.
Listen,
Speaking of church,
speaking of church, and before we say church, shout out to my man Sean
Shout
to
out.
the bishop, Jonathan Williams. I know he had death in his family or something like that, so he had to go out of town. Yeah, but I wanted to come outside, man, because it's nice outside. and
beautiful out, man.
It's beautiful out. Wait a minute, summer start. It's officially summer now, right?
Yeah.
Well, depending on how,
If we would live down south, it'd be summer.
yeah, Rochester, man, it might snow tomorrow. So
Right.
Right.
this weather is so,
The wind blowing it up.
it's so, this weather is crazy, man.
It is
It's
crazy.
Rochester for you, though.
Yeah, but you ready to get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's
Man.
get into it.
Let's do it.
I'm kind of scared.
Nah, I didn't be scared, you know.
Scared with shades on.
He said scared with shades on.
Yeah, with
That's funny.
shades on.
This subject
You know,
is
he gets no
Yeah.
days off. you know?
none.
Yeah.
He getting those days off, man.
No
You know
days
what I'm saying?
off.
No days off.
Yeah.
So you know how that is.
But the subject, I think, y'all remember like maybe, I think it was like maybe 6 months ago, 5, 6 months ago, when everything on the internet was church hurt. You know, and I
Oh,
read
yeah, I remember that.
Remember
Yeah,
that? Everything
yeah.
was church hurt. You know,
Yeah.
people were saying this, different comments, and I was actually going to respond to it, but for some reason I said, you know what, I'm just going to chill for a second. But I think now is the perfect time because, you know, we all grew up in church. I know about me, I grew up in church. That's all I knew.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Same here.
You know what I'm saying?
I
So
had one foot in, one foot
one for that, right?
During my hip hop days, my early hip hop
Right.
days, so I was break dancing with one leg,
Wow.
shouting with the other leg.
He said break dancing.
I had all my feet, back, I had everything in. Feet, arms.
Yeah, but your father was a pastor, so
He wasn't back then though. He was a deacon, but it was
But you
crazy.
still in
It's still
church all day.
though. It's still
all
church though.
day.
I
And
know.
my grandmother was a big lady
All
in the Church
day.
of God in Christ, so
Oh yeah,
that's all I knew was nothing but Church of God in
I was
Christ.
coaching
right.
too, man.
Yeah,
But I want to talk about separating church hurt from your relationship with God.
That's nice.
That's it's deep, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So I tell you what, we're gonna go to a break for a second. Let me speak for myself. I mean, I grew up in church. Grandfather bishop, mother missionary, grandmother missionary. So, I mean, I was born into church. And for years I was in church but wasn't in church. You get what I'm saying? But as I got older, you know how the Bible says you gotta find your, you know, work out your own soul salvation. So when I got to know God for myself, I allow people to kind of deter me from church. Because it ain't the church that hurt us. It's the people in
in the
church.
church,
People
yeah.
in the church.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I know for me,
But they use the church to hurt you.
exactly. And with me, being in fact in ministry, I've seen the good, the bad, and ugly in church. I've seen behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and I mean, I've been there. I've been there. That church hurt. Let me tell you something. I'd rather get hurt by somebody in the street than somebody in the church.
And you know what? The thing about it is, being hurt by someone in the streets is more genuine.
What you mean genuine?
Meaning, if someone in the streets hurt you, you know they're either hurting you with a purpose or you expect that from them. Church hurt is more from a wolf in sheep's clothing type of vibe,
Right.
if you get what I'm saying. Like they'll, yeah, you're my brother and I pray for you and blah 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 blah. But then they'll go behind your back and they'll stick you with knives and daggers and everything. A lot of times you don't know anything about it until like later. So at least from the street perspective, you see it coming or you know it's gonna happen because that's just how they do. And church is always done with like a hidden agenda, or it's just hidden, period.
I used to say all the time, I can get more love from Negroes at the barbershop than people in the church. Wow. If I'm at the barbershop and I got a situation, I express it. Oh, fam, I've been there, da-da-da-da, whatever, cool. Say it in church. 5 minutes later, it's all around the church. They gossiping about it. They didn't want to walk around you and tell you, say, I'm praying for you, Doc. You ain't praying for me. You talking about me.
And that's the point I'm saying. Like, on the street side, you expect it. If you put it out there, you know what you're going to get back. As we're on the church side, you're not sure what you're going to get because of, because of this. It's just crazy, man.
But
like, just the whole church vibe is
I
crazy.
think the difference with the streets is you expect them to talk behind your back in the streets. But in the church, you don't expect that. You expect them to come to you and try to help you.
That's why I said that the streets is more expected than in the church. And the church is so unexpected that when you don't see it coming and when it finally hits you, you be like, yo, it hits you hard. Because you think these people love me and they're supposed to be men and women of God and blah, 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 blah. But I hate to say it, man, sometimes church folks are some of the worst people, man. And let's just keep it real.
Sometimes you got to be careful.
And I don't mean everybody. But
not everybody, right?
I'm just saying, it's crazy, man. It's to the point where you don't want to go to church no more. Like, you don't even want to deal with church people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
It's different now. I think it's the SOPs that's made into the churches.
What's that?
What I'm saying is, like, you have the Bible, but then you got rules in the church that you have to listen to.
The doctrine.
You know what I'm saying?
The doctrine,
even if I go into somebody's church right now, they be like, oh, you can't be walking while you're doing this, or you can't be doing this and doing this. Yeah, you can't be doing this and doing this. And if you have a person that's dealing with their own ego or whatever, or have a strong ego, it'll be like, oh, I'm not used to people telling me what to do, but I'm just here to get this word, or I'm here to get this word, and I don't know like AG said one time in one of the shows, he was like, yo, I didn't know that I couldn't do this. I didn't know that I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't know and they come up to you and be like, yo, you can't be doing it.
But see,
I'm automatically leaving.
Because you feel disrespected.
Yeah.
Right. But see, that's when, I want to be real preachy, but that's when the Bible talks about love and kindness I draw thee. You got a lot of nasty church folk. I done been there. A lot of them.
Man, listen.
Nasty. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna front. I miss the old church mothers. You remember back in the day, they correct you, but you don't feel like they attacking you.
And you respect
it. Like, yes,
and you
ma'am.
know they did it out of love. Exactly.
I remember, God bless her soul, Mother Mobley, years ago. I was young. And I remember I was chewing gum. And she just said, baby. And did like this. You know what I'm saying? And I spit it on her hand. But I'm like, okay, ain't no big thing. But nowadays, people take that gum out your mouth. It's how you approach people. You just can't treat people any kind of way, man.
Go to the parking lot with that, man.
Yeah. I know ushers, bruh. My sister had a story. I had to stop her because she was about to jump on an usher because he was disrespectful. And I was like,
it's like they got that authority, man, and they take it and they run with it. I mean, you're just an usher with white gloves. Like, it's not that serious. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you got over me, you're wearing white gloves. I mean, you got a little badge.
Yeah, I understand.
It's like their security.
Yeah, but it's a certain order that you got to have. I get that point.
Yeah.
But it's how you deal with the people. Some people just ain't. I had a supervisor one time say he's not a people person. Okay, you in the wrong business then. You're not a people. You're somebody's supervisor.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Some people just ain't people.
Right.
No, you're right. But I've been to some churches, man, you walk in and it's like running fresh water and everybody's so nice and they're giving you hugs and you know what I mean? That's that new church vibe. That's that new church vibe. I'm not gonna say any names out there, but I mean, it was one church I went to. We visited because of my son. Asked me and started to come, and I walked in, man. It's like I'm sitting in service. I just started crying because I was just so overwhelmed with love and kindness.
You felt love.
Yeah, it was so much love, and I'm like, yo, this is like beautiful. Because I mean, even though I grew up Kojic in the church that I went to, I felt the love. I felt
strict though.
Yeah, it was very strict. Very strict. But I got it because that's all I knew. You know what I'm saying? All I knew was Kojic. And then, as you get older, you start to venture to different churches and stuff like that, and you see how they do things. Like, I never witnessed a pastor that goes outside and smoke during offering. that's bad from where I came from.
Right. But then there's
But-
other like
Yeah, I mean,
the
the
norm.
pastor smokes. Along with the
Yeah,
deacons, I'm like, what? What? You about to start shooting
Pastor-
dice too? I mean, they know, and this is during service. So I'm like,
The deacons outside
no,
smoking.
yeah, with
Talk
the
about,
pastor,
y'all
though,
enjoy
but with the pastor.
We showed up at church today.
They
didn't
lighting
we?
each other up and everything. I'm like, oh Lord.
you know, it's
know?
a lot of things that we can say that's like crazy in the church, you know, 'cause growing up, like I said, all my life, I was born in the church, you know, and I've seen there a lot, you
Right.
know, but to have that much authority to tell somebody what they're gonna do at their own church,
At their own house.
at their own house,
They're like, some pastors
that's-
run houses.
Right, that's just crazy to me. That's just it's just crazy. I'm just like,
A lot of pastors are destroying homes instead of building them
I agree.
because of that power.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Well, I did not grow up in the church at all.
Let me see some of them chips, yo.
I have no idea what the protocol should be or is. So I am, you know, I'm a believer, but I, as far as church, I don't see it as a place. I see it as a people. You know what I'm saying? I see it as
I like that.
broken people.
Right.
Like everybody jacked up. That's why we here.
That's why we
Right, right,
exactly,
Right.
exactly.
You know, and so when I came into becoming to a believer, a Christian, I did not go straight to church because I got saved walking to the bus stop, to be honest with you. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what's up.
I watched the TD Jakes CD, like the DVD back in the day, and it just
Convict you.
it just kind of just broke me, yo. Like I was like, yo, and I was catching the bus to work, and I just was like, all right, Lord, like I'm yours. You know what I'm saying? And then I started to look for people who believe
Right.
too, like, yo,
right.
you believe this, man? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's chill. And never really found it in Jersey. So when I came to Rochester, you know, I had this new faith, but no church. You know, and
Wow.
I didn't even know how to connect with nobody. So I was just like, yo, y'all doing Jesus stuff up in here? What's up? And I just kind of
Jesus
walked in there. For real, I just kind
I
of
love AG. I love him.
Yo, I just kind of walked in there and it was like, this is a church, and I was just like, all right, let's do that. Let's like, can I do this with y'all? Like, and that was like my introduction into it. But it said it was a non-denomination, which is a
You
denomination.
didn't even know what that meant.
I didn't know what that- what
But
that
it is,
was.
Right.
like you just said, say that again.
It is a denomination.
It is, yes.
So I got there and I didn't really get taught the Bible.
Right.
I read it for myself. So I was in there like correcting the pastor on stuff and like wilding. Like I was wilding. So I ended up getting kicked out of that church because it's like, yo, you just
Wait,
too
stop.
much.
You got kicked out of
Yeah, I
church?
got kicked out because they came in my living room and sat me and my wife down and was like, you can't, like what you doing, you can't do that here. Like you should do that like on the streets. You know what I'm saying?
But if it's wrong, it's wrong.
I don't know, man. I was just like, yo, why? Like, what's? I was asking too many questions. I was causing trouble, man. You know,
So they threw you
that's
because
what I'm talking about.
you was asking too many questions. You was searching for something.
I was.
You was looking for answers.
I was just like,
And
what's
I'm
They
the
didn't
perfect
have it.
giver.
They didn't have
couldn't
it.
give it to you.
Yeah, they ain't have it. Or they wasn't capable enough to give it to you.
So
Right.
how did that feel when after that conversation?
Oh, it crushed me,
happened?
man. It crushed me.
That church hurt.
I was like, yo, I was mad at God. I was like, what is this? Like, is this? Are you even real? Like, what's
See?
going on? Like,
See,
I was
man.
questioning everything. I was like, these are the people that I'm supposed to feel safe with.
Right.
You know, and I felt like I wasn't accepted by the very people that I thought was supposed to accept me because we have this common faith. And man, I ended up in the crazy house, man, just like really nuts, you know, because questioning everything, man. Like, and I made a prayer to God. I said, God, if you really real, like, you got to get me out of this place, and you got to save my marriage. My marriage was
Right,
like on the rocks, you know, and my son, who's my baby boy Christian, she was my wife was pregnant with her at that point. We ain't had no money. I was working in the line at Chili's, and we already had 3 kids and like barely making it. She was like, I'm not keeping this baby. We can't afford it. You know, you crazy. We don't have no money. Wow. I can't keep this baby. And when she went to go get prep for the abortion, she ran into this crazy white lady who was already there praying, and she was like, I can't let you do this. She didn't know that my wife was already talking to God saying, Lord, if you don't want me to kill your baby, you need to stop me. And this crazy white lady ran up to it. You can't do it. Please. Crying, everything. And Keisha was like, yo. She called me. She was like, yo, this lady is crying, begging me not to do it. They want to come over and bring us dinner and talk with us. And I was like, is she? I didn't know what color she was. Is she white? She's like, yeah. Her husband came over. They brought us some pizza from Wegmans and some subs. They sat us down. And Christian will be 9 years old this year.
That's what's up.
So,
But take a break. This is emotional to me, man.
But you know, that's so deep, man.
That's crazy, man.
That's They could have damned your future. Understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
right,
But I commend you, bro, because the first thing you did was you went to God first.
right,
You know what I'm saying? You went to God first. In that situation, you went to God first
Right.
and said, hey, you know, if this is real, if I need this to, you know, to
Right.
get right, I'm coming to you. You have to lead me. You know
Right.
what I'm
Right.
saying? That was dope.
Talk about you was crazy. You wasn't crazy enough to ask for God to help.
I knew.
So that's a good thing.
I said, because I did believe him, but I was so mad at him. I was so mad at him because he allowed all this stuff to happen to me, you know?
Right.
And I was just like, you're going to have to prove yourself to me. Like, you got to prove yourself to me. I gave him a list of things to do.
Wow.
And he did every single last one of them. And now, you can't tell me ain't no God. Like, and I don't care about, like, church hurt, people in church, because guess what? To me, I'm the worst sinner in the world. To me, because I know what I did and I know what I do. So if you anything, like, if I'm in there,
But see, that's what make it
You know
real
what I'm
because
saying?
you're honest with yourself.
Yeah.
See, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say church people, I'm gonna say people in general. A lot of people, we could front for people for so
Yeah.
long, but you can't lie to yourself, kid.
Right.
You really can't. You know what? I think when you be serious with yourself and say, you know what, I'm a mess.
Right.
Like, you know, I'm a mess. I need help. Then that's when God can really start, you know, helping you. Because I
Right.
know when I went through my situation. Now, mind you, I'm in church the whole nine. I know God.
Yeah.
You know, I done seen milk. I done seen people that was blind. God healed them. You know,
wow.
I seen all that growing up. I seen it. I done been to these crusades and stuff. But my mother told me a long time ago. She said, "Me and your mom, me and your dad can pray for you." She said, "But you're gonna have to pray for yourself one day."
Mm-hmm.
And when I went through the whole divorce thing, and I'm active in church and this, that, and the other, and when that happened, it's like my world shattered. It's like one thing after another. Boom, 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 boom. And what hurt me more is I put too much. How can I put? I put too much faith in man instead of God. Because I'm looking for this person to come help me. I'm looking for elder so-and-so. I'm waiting for minister so-and-so to speak a word, whatever. But God had to have me in a place, I say, so he could speak to me in stereo.
Yeah.
That it was just him. Say, okay, Chris, listen. You're in a situation, but I'm the only one who can bring you out. So I had
Yeah.
to humble myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I can say to me, there's no such thing as church hurt. There's people in church that will hurt you.
Right.
But ain't no such thing, because God ain't did nothing to you.
Yeah.
That's in the church, you know what I'm saying? But once you find out, okay, you know what? You can't tell me nothing. I know God for myself. I read the word for myself.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
You gotta read that word.
You gotta read for yourself.
You got people that try to manipulate you using that word, and they'll give you one verse,
Right.
and not knowing
not-
that there's something
Well,
else added to
before
that.
and
or
after
before.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right, right,
You know
Bishop
what I'm
Henning said
saying?
you force your psyche into the text. That means you telling people, oh, this is what it means to me. No. What does the word say? This is the truth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
what
When Tone brought up, because I did not grow up in the church, so I don't know what to expect. But when you brought up how you saw like the pastor, smoking a cigarette, to me, that don't bother me because I'm just like, all right, where does it say
Bible, you can't
don't
do it.
smoke thy cigarette in the Bible? Like it doesn't say it. So he could smoke a cigarette if he wants to. Like
I have nothing.
This is how we were brought up.
Right.
It's doctrine.
He was saying
Yeah.
how we was brought up.
I
He
know.
was brought up Pentecostal, Kojic.
Right.
And they put
it's-
rules
Look at
out
everything
That's
in
what
the
I was saying.
righteous, yeah.
SOP.
Jesus
Yeah,
like,
You know what I
et cetera,
mean?
et cetera.
Yeah, and what they do is they add, like I said, the SOP to the word. To it almost seem like it's the word too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Until you grow up and you just like, wait a minute, I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
It's an opportunity over there. I can go take over there. My thing is, and it's a little bit off the subject, is the support from the church that you go to or whatever.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? That's what hurts you. Cause that's what hurts me. And it's when you giving your all, you can be on your last. I seen my dad do it. You know what I'm saying? Give his last dollar in church. You know, and just because he believed. I promise you, and you know it. So you can't go 2 sentences without my dad mentioning God in anything.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? And then, but my thing is, I seen my dad do it. You know, I seen my dad give his last dollar, and I'd seen no support, no moral support, no nothing. We was coming all the way from the city, from Rochester, going way out to Albion every Sunday. But every Sunday, every Tuesday, and every Friday, and sometimes
Friday, Jordan service, ain't it?
Yeah. And then sometimes if we had a visiting church, you still got to do that too, like on a Tuesday. So you going to church 4 times a week almost.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The fellowship. But it was never no, hey, you know, I know you making your way out here with your family. I never seen that. But you know what my dad did, man? My dad never told us that when we was little. He never told us about the struggle. He just was like, you know, he just was that man that was like a man that was like, you know, hey, God gonna take care of it. God gonna take care of it.
My
That's
grandfather.
faith, though.
But when you that family member, I can say what I want to say about you, because we family.
Right.
You not gonna do my dad like that though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I felt.
Yeah.
You know, and that's a reason why I hold a lot of grudge.
The support thing is cool, but we have to look at the bigger picture. We're not doing it for people. You know what I'm saying? We be doing it for God. But I think our problem is it's the meantime in between time. Okay, God, I'm doing this, but okay, you gotta do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We waiting for Him to help us, and you know, He spilled that.
Yeah.
You thought my whole thought. You spilled something on you.
Yeah. I had another situation where, I mean, I just joined the church. What was it?
Last week.
Last Sunday.
Yeah.
I
Zion Dominion Global Ministries. Boom. Bishop Henning. Shout out. Peace.
You joined?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
just joined.
yeah.
I never joined a church before, like officially.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I ever joined a church.
he's a big-
I'm in for it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know really what to expect.
Right.
But I'm in. You know what I'm saying?
But one thing I can say, because I've been going to Zion Dominion for 12 years, one thing I can say about him, and a lot of preachers that I know, is that if you want to know something, it's his passion to get you the answer.
Right.
Versus a lot of people say, I get back to you. That lets you know
Right.
they don't know the answer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, and I just got out of a church situation, but it was a home group, like different families that met throughout the city in homes. So we tried to do it as close to what you read in the Bible as possible, like how they say the church in Corinth, the church known by the city,
Right.
and it was like we went to this one's house and we gathered in this one's house. That's how we were doing it, and I did that. We were doing that and this is because of the relationship that we created with the man and the woman who helped us not abort Christian.
Oh, okay.
So it was their church group, and we got connected with them. And we were living in Greece, but we was coming out here to the 19th Ward. It was called the Church in the 19th Ward.
Oh, wow. Church in 19th Ward. Okay.
Right, and that's where, you know, my children were baptized and things. You know, we did everything in that church. And maybe about 3 years ago, we had found out that like one of the elders in the church, his son was molesting a lot of the girls in the church, the younger, like babies, including my daughter. And yes.
Wait, hold on.
Why are we still here?
Yeah.
I'm dead serious, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and he'd been doing it for a while, for a long time.
So when y'all was going, I'm gonna cut you off. So when y'all was going to the people's houses, he was doing it.
he was taking them in the basement. It was, and we homeschooled our kids too, and we did a co-op with homeschooling, and we found out it was happening there too. So yeah, man, you talking about church hurt? You talking about church hurt, bro? And this kid, you know, that was doing this, I looked at him like a little brother. You know what I'm saying? Like he came over my house, ate my food. You know, like we worshiped together. I poured into him. You know what I'm saying? And my wife was really hurt by it because she used to send my daughter with him. Like, you're safe with him. Go. Like, he gonna look after you.
She trusted him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's another.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it was deep, man. Like, you know. But we went through the proper channels and called the authorities and did that. But I was just like, wow, like, God, are you, like, why?
That's church hurt for you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? So we obviously got out of that group, you know, but I still have relationships and ties to some of the people that, because I love them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you love people. He did that. Y'all didn't do it.
Right.
No, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we couldn't stay. So that left me without a church, not really trusting people. My wife still got a hard time. Like, bruh, her at Zion is a big step for her, bro. She love it. But we realized that we can't maintain our faith without a body of people around us supporting us in it.
Absolutely.
So we was like on an island. We was just like, yo, everybody away.
Absolutely.
But then we said we got to step back out there and not be afraid to be hurt. So that's why we joined Zion. But I realized that it's not God. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are messed up. People are sick. People are broke. People are hurting. And they lash out on other people. They abuse other people. They talk about you. They molest you. They hurt people.
Because they hurt.
But God, he's the healer. You know what I'm saying? Like, God puts all the pieces back together.
But that's the difference,
You know?
between your relationship with God and church hurt. You know, you explain everything.
Right.
You know, so I got this in my mind, and this is just me. I'm more spiritual than I am religion. You know, I don't put my mom, them, they hate to hear it, but I'm not no denomination. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I believe in God. I believe in,
Yeah.
Christ and all that. But I do not believe that, you got, it ain't nowhere in the Bible where it say Jesus was Pentecostal. Oh, then he turned Baptist because he
Yeah.
ain't like this church.
Right.
It's nowhere in the Bible where it's like
Only
that,
John
man.
was the Baptist.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, it's nowhere. Where did that come from?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why? Where's the rest of the books or something?
Right.
Like, that's them the questions I be wanting that. I be asking, but I be wanting answers.
Right.
And you can't just push me away, because then now I'm just like, man, you ain't got no answer. Well, why am I over here?
Yeah.
I don't even want to read that no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go over here and read this, but it's a good thing that I have a relationship with God, because, bro, I'm telling you, when I was overseas, I'm telling you, bro, I'm talking like I'm talking to you right now. 2 hours later, you be dead, bro. Like, you'll be dead, and I'm like, yo, what happened to old boy? He supposed to be playing the drums. I'm like, oh man, he just died 2 hours ago.
Wow.
I've been through it,
Yeah.
and it's just like, it's so crazy if you don't establish that relationship. I don't even know, how I would have made it. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what it boils down to, relationship.
Yeah, it's not religion.
It's just relationship.
Yeah.
It's relationship. Everything is relationship.
Yeah.
I know with me,
Your waist sweat.
my waist sweat. let me dab it. But I know for me, it took about maybe a little bit over a year. I'm just now getting to the place now that I'm trusting. That's why I love y'all, man, because I had got to the point I hated church folk. You know what I'm saying? Then what pissed me off was the ones that I know hurt me and talking about me. You know what I'm saying? And they looking at me smiling. You know what I mean? I'm the type of cat, I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I'm like, I'm about to put my hands on you. You know what I mean? Honestly, like, yo, you one of your, I know you one of your mouth.
Yeah.
I know you are. But you talk about God bless you, man, get out of here. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah.
But actually, I told Bishop this. Bishop, when he I started coming back to the church, and he said, man, you got to get back in place. And my words to him exactly was, I don't trust these people.
Right.
And he said, if you trust me, that's all you got to worry about. Just trust me. And that was hard. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was hard. You know what I mean? So I had to learn how to, like you said, trust again. And I think God allows all this stuff to happen just to build our faith.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you could have easily, that right there, you could have been in prison.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or somebody could have been dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Or you could have been like, man, the hell with church,
Yeah.
period. That period.
Yeah.
You could easily did that. But for you
Yeah.
to be where you at now, and then also motivating people, come
Yeah.
on, man. That.
Yeah.
It's destined.
Yeah.
All this stuff happened for a reason.
Yeah.
You don't see it then, but
I had to believe that even this is somehow going to work out for my good.
all things work together.
You know what I'm saying? I had to. What else do I have? I have no hope apart from that.
You gotta look at, and dang, I'm preaching to myself right now. You gotta look at where you came from and where you at right now.
Right.
It's a process. You know what I'm saying? It's a process to get to that level. And even when you think you at that level, it's another level.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's another level. So like, I'm just saying, me for instance, bro, I was on Conkey Avenue, bro. I don't know if y'all know you from Western Nation. Y'all know about
very familiar with Conkey.
Conkey Avenue, bro. Getting shot at, getting robbed, all that. It was like Little Compton. You know what I'm saying? I'm for real. And coming from there, bro, I was supposed to have been gone. But then, you know, my mind shifted. Yep, it shifted. Somewhere I gained all this knowledge. I don't know what happened. And then all of a sudden I just said, you know what? I'm just going to put all that to the side. And I'm just going to do what try to follow something. Try to find something that I love or that I can do. Right. And then I'm looking at where I'm at right now versus that. And I'm just like, you know what?
Bring tears to y'all.
Yeah, it do, man.
I went to a funeral yesterday. And someone that I grew up with, I haven't seen 25 years. Like, we the same age. And I saw him yesterday. And I was like, man, what's going on? He said, man, what's going on? You know, I said, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm all right. He said, I'm at this funeral. He said, but I just buried my granddaughter not so long ago. And I'm like, wow, you know. And I'm like, man, listen. I said, God is able to, you know, to get you through this. He said, yeah, man. He said, but, you know, he said, I'm trying to see what's next in my life. He said, I done spent 23 years out of my life in prison. So I'm looking at him, I'm thinking to myself, I said, we grew up in the same church, under the same teaching. But he went this way. Not saying I'm an angel, I went this way. And all I can say is, Lord, I thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have let the church hurt get me and been in prison. Or been on the street. You know what I'm saying? But I thank God, first of all, I thank God for praying parents. Right. At the end of the day. I just got to give it, I mean, if it wasn't for my moms and my grandmother praying for me, I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. That's why, especially as men, when you find relationships that's genuine, man, you got to hold on to it. You got to, bro. I told Bishop this today. He had a saying. He said years ago, there's certain people that start with you don't necessarily finish with you. There's some that finish with you, then necessarily start with you. Then I started thinking. That's why I sent that text to y'all earlier today. I said, man, I appreciate y'all, because I started thinking about my life. I said, man, you know how Facebook they show you memories. 3 years of memories, and I remember they said something 3 years ago, and I'm looking at me and I'm like, wow, I was a time bomb. I was dressed up time bomb, yo. But look at me now. People say, you never used to smile. I'm smiling up something now. Because I'm genuinely happy with
now.
Me.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's good.
The thing is, people going to talk about you no matter you're doing good or bad.
Absolutely.
No, just do you. Just do you.
Do the best you.
It's just how you
that's
react.
how I feel,
That's
bro.
all.
Do you, man.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I'm going to do me.
You gain, sometimes, you know, you will gain a great friend along the way. You know what I'm saying? Like the cameraman right here. You know what I mean?
Word, no, real talk.
No, real talk, man. I did like, I was doing comedy for a long time, but it took him to tell me and sit me down and be like, yo, bro, you know you can carry your own self. You don't need everybody around you to prove that you are funny.
Yeah.
You are funny by yourself.
Well, the same cameraman told me when I was going through what I was going through, he called me. He said, yo, this ain't just a working relationship we got. He said, you my brother. He said, if you need me, he said, call me. And you know how sometimes people, he tell you that?
He ain't tell me that.
He tell you that? I think after he finished recording, he'll tell you that.
Right.
If not, I'll tell you that. Right. I love you. If you need me, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the same cameraman told me that I look like CeeLo Green. So grow the beard, you won't look like him no more.
I think you're crazy. But I mean, real talk though, you have to.
You know, like not saying you keep him like, you know, oh, I'm gonna keep him around. No, it's the fact like it's hard to find that bond where you can help somebody and they can help you, because what they went through probably, you know, you probably never went through it, but now you're going through it and they can help you get through that situation.
I think all of us sitting at the table, we've had separate conversations on stuff that we went through in our life, and I think all of us has helped each other in certain stage. You know, I have conversation with Flip, or he'll call me, I call him, or with Tone. AG called me, you know, I had a situation, was last week,
you know
what I'm saying, and, you know, he's like, bro, he said, if I could do it, I'd do it, but God worked it out for me, and then he just texted me He said, yo, bro, he didn't even know that it worked out for me. He's like, bro, he said, I can't even sleep. I can't rest. Are you good? And I'm like, yeah, I'm good. But for him to say that to me, you know what I'm saying? The follow-up. You know, you don't, like I tell, like when I say in the book, man, you never know what people are going through.
You don't.
You just assume they good.
That's what's dope about it. We all reached out to each other in some way, type
some
of
way.
form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To check on each other when going through or whatever.
Yeah.
And like Sean P, the legend, you know, he's very what's the word I'm gonna use? He's prolific. Prolific. That's it. Yeah. You know, he'll say stuff. Chris, you have to understand that. Like,
That's how he say it too. Yeah.
Smart.
right.
But you know, we all have different experiences that we can help each other with, which is one of the reasons why GCC came together. Because we all have different backgrounds, you know, some good, some bad. But you know, we're like, you know, in our older age now, you know, we refined ourselves. You know, what they say, iron sharpens iron.
Right.
Yes,
That's the
right.
Bible, man. That's the
right.
word.
You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
And the thing
right.
about it is, you know, we sharpen each other. You know,
Right,
if I don't see him on Facebook for a few days, I'm gonna be like, yo, Flip,
Someone
you
will Flip.
good?
Matter of fact, no,
You know what
he'll
I'm saying?
text me. He be like, yo, you heard from Flip. I said, nah, I'm gonna hit him. Just the other day, I'm like, you good? That's why I text. I said, you straight?
Yeah.
You good?
And it's always good for us to check on each other, man.
Right.
I mean, ain't nothing unmanly about checking on our peeps. You know, even if I be like, Chris, I love you, bro. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that's
There's
all
ain't
you
nothing
need.
unmanly
That's all
about
you
that.
need.
Sometimes
That's all
people
you
need to
need.
hear that. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of I love you, bro, make sure y'all go check out the video. Me and I love you, bro. For real, that was our
Yo,
first.
that was funny, though. That was funny,
That's
though.
how we linked up, bro. On
That was the first
right
video
there.
I did
That was the
together?
first video. Then after that,
That
I
was
was at
That
work,
joke
man.
was funny.
I was at work and I just kept thinking about the video, and I was like, man, let me call him, man. Let me see if we can like really work together because I like his vibe.
Yeah.
We only met one time before that, and that was at that bachelor, the bachelor auction.
Oh Lord, I remember
And back
that.
at Venue a while
I
back.
remember that. Yeah, I
So
remember
then, yeah.
He just been the days. He just like, I remember that.
Venue was
remember
it back
that.
in the day,
It was
man.
everything.
Venue was a lifestyle,
In
man.
case you
It wasn't just
watching
a
across the
nightclub.
country, Venue used to be was it a
nightclub.
club? A nightclub back in the day. I was saved and sanctified. I ain't never been there before. That was they hang out.
But
Hallelujah.
most saved and sanctified people
Hallelujah.
did well
Yes,
at Venue
yes, they
Resto
did.
Lounge
Yes,
because
they
it was a
did.
safe place. It was cool.
Okay,
And like I said, it wasn't just. A
I went
nightclub,
once,
it was
too,
a
maybe
lifestyle.
two times.
Hosting the music. jump off there.
Yo, we did, man. A lot of careers started at Venue. Shout out to Maurice Ragland
Mine started
and
there.
the Fab Four. You know what I'm saying? Pilton,
Yep.
Hey, come
Hugh, and Scott.
My career started at First Burn Church of the Living God, 301 Sion Street. The bishop was my grandfather, Gladstone Blake. That's when my career started. Thank you.
a legend.
He was an usher boy. Usher boy. Licking all the ties envelopes. That was his job. Hey boy, come here, come lick this envelope, boy.
Only Flip, man.
We've come to the end of another show. But for real, this has been real deep, yo. This has really been deep. And if I can end on a note, I would say that be genuine in your relationships. If you don't mean well, get out of it. You know what I'm saying? And be honest. Keep it 100. I think be in a better place. That's my outro.
Hurt people. But we just gotta learn to live and forgive.
The motivator.
Also be genuine in your friendships, but also be genuine to yourself. And on a side note, listen, GCC Unplugged will be a radio show real soon in Jay.
Let's go.
No, January.
In July.
Oh, July.
July.
Did you say January
July.
1st?
I meant to say July.
Coming
I
up
said
July.
in J, but this coming July. 100.9 FM WXIR, the Gentleman Code Chronicles Unplugged
Let's
radio
go.
show and podcast will be going down. So we'll keep you up on what's going down. So whatever you see going down here is also going to be over the airwaves, and it's going to be a dope show. So we'll all keep you in tune on what's going down and when that's going to drop. All right. So make sure you check us out when that happens.
Absolutely.
Hey, I just want to say, if you hurt, put a Band-Aid on it.
Yeah. All right.
No.
Oh, before he says something, as far as your church hurt, we want to know what your experience in church hurt
Yeah.
was. So when this video
Oh, it's gonna be a part 2.
shows, We definitely want you to hit us up on Facebook. Let us know what kind of church hurt you had. We would definitely love to hear your experiences, and maybe we could talk about it in the next show.
Hold on.
Two.
Yeah.
And to piggyback what he said, when you guys, when it premieres, you share it, like it, leave all your comments, like he said, because what we're going to do is we're going to have a part 2, but we're going to bring back Bishop Hennings.
Oh man.
And y'all seen the one
that's
he
gonna
did
be-
about definition of a man. Y'all see that?
Yeah.
You seen that one?
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna have maybe a couple other guys on there. It's gonna be real dope. But you guys leave your comments. Even future shows, give us some topics you want us
Yeah.
to talk about. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's cool.
I like that.
Hi, AG. You know how you do.
It's on you, bro.
This has been.
Oh, hold
ano-
on. What you gonna say?
Yeah, but for real, don't let nobody take you out of your element. So you, like you said, church hurt people, but you cannot allow them to hurt you to the point where you forget about your maker, the person that's really doing it for you, God. So don't hold him accountable. Hold those people
Hold those
accountable.
people accountable. Yes.
That's good. That's a good word, man.
That's good.
That's good.
That's good. Well, it's a wrap. This has been another magnificent episode of the Gentleman Code Chronicles Unplugged. Get familiar.
Unplugged. Get familiar.
Unplug.